Good morning, everybody. It's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and today I thought I would do an album share. Instead of doing any sort of process video for you, I thought I would show you an actual finished album that I've done. This one is from a road trip that I took with my sister back in 2008. I haven't made a cover for it. The reason why is this is not the binder it's going to go in. And as I flip through the pages, some of them I am considering redoing because I just really don't like the way they look. I've had a couple people ask me why I redo them and why I don't just leave them, because I had spent all the time working on them, and I just have one of those, I don't know, obsessions where if I don't like it enough, like some of them I leave even if I'm not the biggest fan of them, but if I really don't like them, I don't want them. Like, I don't want to look at them. So I realize, and I look at my albums just as much as anyone else does, so I want to be able to enjoy my albums too. And if I don't like them, I'm going to redo them. So that's personally why I redo them. I completely understand how cool it is to look back and see your style changing, and the way I do that is I don't delete them because I upload all of my pictures onto my computer. So I still have the original copies of what they used to look like, and then I can compare them, and so they're still there. They're just, for my viewing pleasure, they're in my album and they look better. So just a little side note for that. But so let me open this up and show you. This is my cover page for it. This is probably the first cover page I ever made. I never thought about making cover pages at first. I just always had the first layout, and that was the first layout, and that's all there was to it. So when I actually sat down to do a themed album, I got to do a cover. So I don't know any of the products because I did this a long time ago, but I do know that I had to have painted it or inked it up in red, and it's just corrugated chipboard or something, but it looks really cute. And then this, I'm assuming, was a big stamp that I had. So that's my first page. And my second page is called Oregon Coast. So what happened is my sister lives in Victoria, BC, and at the time, I also live in Canada now, but at the time I lived in Washington State. And so I drove up to pick her up at the ferry, and we drove literally from the Canadian border all the way to the US-Mexico border. And this is the whole trip. And on our way down, we decided it would be really fun to drive the Oregon coast down because we were going to San Francisco, and there is a route that takes you and allows you to do that. So these pictures are from that. So on the first page here, it's just a simple, this is a picture of me and my footprint, and I thought that was really cute. And then just a picture of what it looked like as the sun was kind of setting, and I think we were driving in this picture. So I could have taken it or my sister could have taken it. I'm never sure because we traded on and off driving. So, and then I just added a couple pieces of scrap paper, it looks like. Okay, sorry guys, my camera cut out on me. I think I solved it. I deleted the other videos on it, so it shouldn't do that again. But yeah, so I left off with just showing you that those papers and that Brad. So this is the second page to it, and it's just a couple more pictures of the coast, a picture of my sister and I, and 3 more Brads, and then my journaling to it. So I like this page. This page is not one that will be changing. And then this page is my absolute favorite page in the entire album, and it could be like my favorite page I've ever done. So if you recognize it, it is the sign that you see when you walk in to go to California Adventure. In Disneyland and California Adventure, I believe, are next to each other, if I remember correctly. And my sister and I traded off, and funny enough, I should have started with the C because my name starts with a C, but I didn't. My sister did. So we did different poses, and so it was really fun. So she's sitting there, I'm ducked down there, I'm hugging it. She's reaching up high. She's short, so that was really cute. Right in the middle of it, then she's ducking. I'm kind of just leaning up in the middle of the N. That one was hard to do anything with. Another I, and then me just hanging out in front of the A. So I love the way this turned out. And this definitely will not be changing ever. And then I just did a couple word stickers, and they just say road trip, destination, in California. And then little, I think I stamped. So the word, a stamp, a word, a stamp. Added a little flower here because when I was doing this, that was when flowers were really popular. Some more stamping, and then just some more words. I love this layout. Definitely my favorite layout of all times, I think. So that is page 2 technically. And then this one is just another one of random pics of Cali. What they are actually from is we went, as we were driving down and going down the coast. I have to sneeze, excuse me. Oh, I guess I don't have to sneeze. As we were driving down the coast, we stopped at all these touristy places. And this one it was a forest, and you could go up high and see, and it was really fun. So just some random pictures of my sister and I. This is my sister, and this is me. Me with my hand inside the snake that it's a stump or something that got carved out, so that was really cool. My sister being silly. And these two pictures we are on a thing that is what took us up high, and I can't think of the word of what it's called, but so we were bored, so we were just taking the pictures. Me next to this gigantic tree. These trees are huge. Redwood trees in California are gigantic, so that's just a picture of me. And my purse is in it, of course. I think it's funny that my purse is in all these pictures. And then just a picture of my sister. So there's nothing wrong with this layout either. It's nice and simple. So this one's staying the same. Whoops, I slipped my camera. This one's staying the same, but it's just kind of fun to look back on. This is one I'm considering changing. I liked this page. I don't like this page. And I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to change it or not, but it's being considered. So I just did, this is when I was learning, like playing with my inks, and I just would put down letter stickers, and then with my little tiny ink spot, I would trace over it and then pull off the letter stickers. And then I used black because I just wanted my pictures to stand out. So, and that's a picture of me in San Francisco. And then the bridge, and I love this picture. This is such a great picture, the way it turned out. And some more. San Francisco is my favorite city that we visited the entire trip. So I think there's a couple layouts about them. So it's a cute layout. I'm just not sure that's going to stay. This one is definitely changing. It's too bright. I don't know. I like bright, but this is it's just too much. I don't know. So anyways, but it's just about, we went on a boat, and it took us underneath the Golden Gate Bridge and around, and we got to see Alcatraz, and it was a lot of fun. Got a lot of wind in our hair, and yep. So that's all this is about. Just talking about that. And then this one is the beauty of San Francisco, and it's just some of the flowers that we saw, and I loved all of those and how pretty they turned out. And then the buildings, because the buildings in San Francisco are so unique and beautiful. So I just did that, and the little title says, "The world is filled with so much beauty, flowers from San Francisco, and fantastic buildings." So this is all done it's my handwriting and all of that. And it's really basic and simple, but I don't think I'm changing this one. I like it. I think the green helps pop up the pictures, so it's staying. And this one is of the two signs. They're cool. I don't like how I did my journaling. I wasn't thinking when I was doing this layout. So it's really plain and simple. I like the pink in it, but we'll see. I have a feeling that it will change too. I don't even know if I'm going to include these pictures in separate. They should have just all been on one layout, but we'll see. That's what this page is like. And then we get into Six Flags, which was our next stop on our road trip. And I like this layout, so this layout won't be changing. But we have the scary ride that we went on, and it was scary. And then a picture, this nice lady was like, oh, I'll take your picture for you. And we are right underneath a ride or something because you can't see my sister's face. So, and you can kind of see mine, but not really. So I just thought it was funny, but it was really sweet of her to take our picture. And this is my sister soaking wet after we went on one of the rides that kind of drops you down, and it's kind of like you're going whitewater rafting, and we got soaked. So that's her soaking wet, and you can tell she's wet. And mine, I wasn't too bad, but my back was more wet than my front, and with my yellow shirt I was just trying to show how wet I had gotten, but it didn't work super well. You can tell my sister's wetter than I am, but yeah, so this is this layout. I like this one. This one still kind of cracks me up about how wet we got. Good thing it's California and it's sunny there. And then this is the page dedicated to Disneyland. I don't love it, but I'm not changing it because the colors work. So, and it's just all of our random pictures. My sister and I did not plan this, but we are wearing the same color. We do this all the time. We did not grow up together. My sister is 7 years older than me, and she's my half-sister. So she's lived in Victoria, and I lived down in the States. But every time we would go, we'd come together to see each other. We're always wearing the same color or the same type of shirt. It's just hilarious. We're not, obviously we're not twins if we're 7 years apart, but we just think a lot alike, so it's really funny. But so we match perfectly without intention. But that's me with Minnie. And then us on the rope swing. I loved it. I jumped up on it. It was pretty cute. So, and then just all of our pictures. And then this one's me, this one's her, and how much we look alike because everyone tells us that. This picture kind of, they're like, kiss his nose. And we're like, how many people have kissed his nose? We really didn't want to. So it looks like we are, but I am not touching him. I couldn't do it. So, and then we had a different picture taken with him, but I thought it was funny that they wanted us to kiss his nose. And we did a lot of shopping at Disneyland. So Disneyland was fun. So that's the one layout. And then I did just one single layout for the California Adventure. Because we didn't take too many pictures of that, but we went on the Hollywood Tower ride that drops you. Yeah, that scared the crap out of me. And this was a different day, if you can tell, because we're wearing different clothes. But it was fun. It was a fun day there. And then we went and saw Aladdin live because Aladdin was one of my favorite Disney movies, and it was pretty cool. So I enjoyed that, and I just did a little page about that one. And then this is my second favorite page out of the entire album. And this is right next to the castle, because it's Sleeping Beauty's castle. So, or is it Cinderella? Cinderella. Crap, I don't remember. Whichever one that is, if that's Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella. Pretty sure it's Sleeping Beauty, but I think I wrote Cinderella. Oh well. And I even wrote Cinderella here, so it's not Cinderella, I don't think, but we're gonna go with it. And then just these three little circles and the stamping, and I just love this layout. It's just so cute. And then my handwriting. I like to add a lot of my own handwriting. I don't mind my handwriting. I know a lot of people don't like theirs. I think that my handwriting has gotten better over the years, so I think it's even better than this now, but I don't mind it. You can read it, so that's all that matters to me. And then this one with some of the rides and anything, and this was a really great picture of the castle that we got. So, and this was back when you got your pictures printed and they asked you if you wanted to do it in the true size, so it wasn't an actual 4x6. It drove me nuts. So I will never do that again. I learned, but that's why these pictures are shorter than this one. So I don't know. It looks really good, and they're all the same size, so it works, but I didn't like that. And then I just wrote shots from Disney and then some little Mickey Mouse paper. So I thought that was fun. And then some more shots from Disney. I don't like this layout. This is another one that will be changing. It's the color. I think what it is, it's the colors that I chose for the background. The pictures are fantastic. They work and they represent what I want them to represent, but the rest of it doesn't. So this layout will be changing. And then this is the parade. And if you know anything about taking pictures, night pictures and parade pictures, it's really hard to get a good shot. So the fact that this came out so well, we were amazed. So that deserved a layout all on its own. So this whole 2-page spread will be changed. And more Disneyland. We really liked Disneyland and we took a lot of pictures. So this is the daytime parade, and this one worked out really well. The thing about this that's really funny is by now I have done I've done all of these layouts, and I'm sick of doing this album by now. So I have just started throwing pictures up. I didn't take the time to cut them or anything. I just was like, whatever. And then this Disneyland, it was actually a magnet that, it could still be a magnet, but I think I took the magnetic part off of it, and just glued it on. So I thought that was cute. But this is for the Disneyland daytime parade, and I should do that, like move this and then, or right underneath it, daytime parade or something. So this layout, I like this paper, so I don't know that I'll try to change it because I like the paper. And here's another one with just the finishing pictures of all the statues that we took. Because once we realized there was one statue, we were like, oh, look at that. So we tried to take as many statue pictures as possible. And then a couple more pictures from California Adventure. And my ticket. And I think these are from the brochure. And then this is from Universal Studios. And I don't know. I like the layout. It works. I probably won't change it. It works for me. It's fine. But the funny story about that is this guy. This is very early in the morning. Like the first thing we did is we met this guy, and he was really funny and he was a great character. I hope he makes his money well, because was so funny. But later on in the day, he was following us, and my phone had rang, and he was totally making fun of me as I was talking on my phone. And there, of course, in the middle of the day, it's really busy, so I was the entertainment for a couple of minutes, and I just thought it was funny. So, but you can see that this was early because you can't see anyone. There's no one in the thing yet. We were one of the first people there. But, so I thought that was really funny. So that is why that picture is so big. And then a picture of us waiting. We did a whole bunch of stuff. So this is us waiting, and there's a background picture of Hollywood. So up here would have been the Hollywood sign. And then more pictures. This side is of me, and the side is of my sister. And I think we're in the same poses. Yeah, so it's just opposite. And that's that. We did not match that day. We did better on not matching, but... So that's Universal. This one I also really enjoy this layout, and this is a 2-page layout. They go together, and it's about Venice Beach. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like the way my handwriting looks on this card, which is weird, but... And this was before 3x4 cards or anything like to do with Project Life was really... I mean, Project Life wasn't a thing back then, I don't think, so... These aren't Project Life cards or anything. They just kind of look like it now. But so we wrote hi, and this is some more of that corrugated chipboard stuff, and just says Venice Beach, and then the picture of us. And this one we are matching. We're both wearing white. Imagine that. But I just loved it. I added some paint, and I really like the way that this layout turned out. So this one will not be changing. And then this one is definitely one of my last ones that I did, because it's just thrown on there. And there's just some word stickers, and this page needs to be redone and taken time to do better, or just take it out of the album, because I didn't like the Hollywood tour. I find Hollywood is actually quite dirty, and I don't know. I don't care about California. I'm not one of those people that am like, oh, I always want to go to California. It was a really fun time. I enjoyed spending time with my sister, but I don't need to go back to California for any reason. I don't know, I didn't enjoy this. This was for my sister. This is what she wanted to do the most, so that's why we did it. And it was fun to do and see, and you got to see a couple of really neat things, but just not for me. This, however, was a lot of fun. We went to medieval times, and it was a dinner thing and all of that. And what this is this that you have to wear. You don't have to, but you get to wear it, and I just put that there. This was the hot guy that at the time I'm not sure how old I am. This was in 2008, so I'm not of age to drink yet. I know that, but yeah, I thought he was really hot, so I had to take a picture of him. And I think he was no, we had the green guy, but I took pictures of him because he was hot. He was my hot knight. And this is me with my pretty little drink. Me and my sister. My sister, she actually, obviously, if she's 7 years older than me, she could drink, but she isn't a drinker, so. But you got to keep your glasses, so we got the drink glasses. We just didn't have any alcohol in them. They were smoothies or something. And this is a really cute up-close picture, so I don't know, I love this page. It was so much fun. That was a really fun night. And this literally happened right, it was this and then this. So these are great. This is a jam-packed day for sure. And then the San Diego Zoo. So this is where you go all the way to the Mexican border pretty much. And we went to the San Diego Zoo. And there's a tiny picture of me that you can, I'm in black and white and you cannot see me at all. And I don't know why it's in there, but I know it's me. And another picture of me, but I have no pictures of my sister in this one, and I don't know why. Well, I lied. There is a picture of her. Okay. And it's just the zoo pictures, and, you know, the zoo animals are zoo animals, and they're kind of the same at every zoo, but zoos are really fun to go to, right? And you always want to take pictures of them, and that's all it was. This is just a bumper sticker that came with it. And this is part of the map, and then this was the actual map of the zoo to show you how big it was. So that's why they're side by side. It was a lot of fun. And then the very last thing is what we had missed from San Francisco. And technically this should be in my San Francisco pile, but I didn't. I figured it was a good wrap up. And what had happened is we wanted to go to Alcatraz, and we did. And I took pictures, and I don't have them in my album. Like, weird things that I did. But we got to go, and it was fun, and we went to Alcatraz. But the boat broke down, and so we had to wait and wait and wait. But the nice thing about that is we waited so long that they ended up refunding our tickets to Alcatraz. So we didn't pay to go to Alcatraz. We got in for free. We just didn't get to see the shop or anything. But you got to do the whole tour, just not the shop. And you didn't get to hang out all day. You had to come back. So, but our goal was to do Alcatraz and then come back and go down the pier. But everything was closed, so we didn't get to do that. And that's what this is talking about. So, yes, this is my album. So I know this was a long video, and I hope if you're still with me, I thank you very much. And if not, I completely understand. Long videos are hard sometimes. So, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.